Hello, Ronnie.
Good morning, Phil.
What's up?
Well, I was just thinking as I was listening to the news yesterday, it would have been just my luck. The kid next to me for the science fair would have been the one that landed the InSight rover on Mars.
Right, yeah.
And I'd have been the one trying to catch rover to count fleas, to make some kind of scientific estimate.
That would have been pretty heady for me. I'd have been the kid that was trying to
Catch rover.
No, I'd have been trying to develop a better rubber band shooter or something, something that, just for mankind, it would be a great thing.
Just think of the engineering involved, though, to send that to Mars, to get it to set down where it's, it's hard to wrap your mind around, isn't it?
It is.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot smarter than you or I, that's for sure.
Well, yeah. Our collective ability, would hardly, cover the bottom of a thimble compared to those men and women.
Right.
Yeah.
But can they make armpit noises? I mean,
I can't do that.
I don't.
Well, thanks for making me feel like, okay, the thimble leaked and I'm out.
Sorry.
I didn't let you finish your point, though. I interrupted prematurely.
I don't even remember what it was. It was so important.
Making armpit noise.
Oh, okay.
Where has that got you in life?
Not very far.
Well,
no.
You're here.
No. About 6 miles from where I was born.
Yeah.
As Ray Schrader would say, born in a basement, never brought up. So.
That would do it, wouldn't it? Boy, the temperature didn't change much. It's a rare day when I can come on the air in the morning and say it's 25 degrees, that's the overnight low, and say the same thing at noon. The temperature never just stayed right there.
It was not a lovely day in the neighborhood.
Not necessarily.
Little windy.
It was a little windy.
Had the wind died down. In fact, last night was a little better after the wind kind of calmed.
But yesterday was a great dress rehearsal for today.
That's true.
Yeah. So you're all set and ready to go.
Back in the day, though, I wouldn't have been complaining. I'd have been riding around with my new idea, one-row corn picker, trying to get some more corn picked before the snow was flying.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Bouncing over every frozen clod that was there at Aubrey.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And some days, you'd see the snow coming across the valley, and here you are with your one-row picker, and you still got about half a field to go. And boy, I wish I had another row. That'd sure help. But oh well.
Were you able to keep that one-row picker guiding right down the row as it was supposed to go?
Pretty well.
Were you?
Yeah,
well,
pretty
impressive.
well. Yeah.
You figured Marie Osmond's tour bus days were just summer-wise, so you were concentrating more on agriculture.
There were too many things to watch, picking corn, making sure that the flap on the picker was, right.
You weren't throwing the ears somewhere
clear
off.
Yeah, exactly, because then I know little Phil would be walking along picking it up by hand, so we had to be careful there.
Motivation was important.
Well, it was motivation.
Yeah. Maybe that's what you need to do well on the quiz.
Motivation?
Yeah.
Okay. What's it on?
Today I'm introducing a brand new... No, I wish I'd have thought of that, though. Darn it. Maybe next week.
Okay.
Yep. Today, a brand new direction. I'm calling this potpourri.
Potpourri?
Yes, so you never know what's coming.
Like the making a nice room
scent,
smell?
No, well, I guess it could, but no, that's not the case. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, there will be no central theme in today's quiz other than hopefully interesting things for you to think about on Tuesday morning, the 27th of November.
Okay, well.
Are you ready?
Hit me, Ronnie.
All right, I will. Our first one is a fill in the blank.
Okay.
Yes. Rhode Island is the smallest state, area-wise, in the United States. Which state is the smallest west of the Mississippi? Which state is the smallest west of the Mississippi River?
You'll have to come back to me on that one.
Okay.
Yep, I'll keep thinking.
Well, you can guess.
I will.
You've got one. How many states are there west of the Mississippi?
Quite a few.
Yeah, there are quite a few. Yeah, so, but the odds are still not bad.
Okay.
So, moving on. Number 2, Trigger was Roy Rogers' famous horse. What was Gene Autry's horse's name? Was it Challenger, Champion, Crystal, or Chipper? Gene Autry's horse.
All right.
Number 3, how many horns does an African black rhino have? 1, 2, or 3? Are you a rhinoceros expert?
No, I don't believe I am.
Really?
No.
Probably never saw one of those at Aubrey either, did you?
No.
Yeah.
There was a band called Rhinoceros in the late 60s.
Was there really? Yeah. Any horn players?
Probably.
Maybe that will give you insight into answering the question.
Yes.
Who was the first president, this is number 4, of the United States born west of the Mississippi River? Was it Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, Harry Truman, or Lyndon Johnson? Our first president born west of the Mississippi River. Was it Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, Harry Truman, or Lyndon Johnson? Interesting question, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it is. All right.
How many square feet are there? This is for math team members everywhere.
Oh.
How many square feet are there in an acre? So you're out there picking corn with your one-row new idea, and your dad says there's an acre left. How many square feet of corn did you have to pick? 20,200, 31,350, 43,560, or 52,580? How many square feet in an acre? Question number 6.
6.
The Empire State Building is a 102-story Art Deco skyscraper in Midtown Manhattan. Completed in 1931, the building is certainly a landmark. How many Phil knees would it take, standing on top of each other, to be as tall as the Empire State Building, including its antenna on the top?
Wow.
So how many Phil knees standing on top of each other? About 200?
Does that include his ego, too?
No.
No, okay.
That'd make a huge difference.
It would.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, clearly you were on the math team.
Yeah,
You would
exactly.
know. About 200, 253, 289, or would it take 316 Phil knees standing on top of each other?
Okay.
Number 7, this country is considered the birthplace of golf. Is it Scotland, England, France, or the United States? The country considered to be the birthplace of golf. Thinking carefully.
Yeah, I
aren't
am.
you? Yeah.
Boy, some of these, they require more thinking than some days because, you know.
Well, next week we'll go to one-row corn picking.
Oh, good. Well, boy, oh, boy.
Might be tough, though, to find 7 or 8 questions.
It's been 30 years,
Yeah,
you know.
I know. And number 8, all spiders have 8 legs. Did you know that?
Oh.
Yes,
Did
all
not know
spiders have 8 legs.
Don't usually wait around to count them.
Oh. What's the greatest number of eyes a spider might have? 2, 4, 6, 8, or 12?
Wow.
Wow. All right, do you need to go back to number 1?
Well, I'm just trying to picture the map.
Okay, yes,
know?
yes. And the Mississippi's running.
Right. Oh, I know.
From
I'm
north to south.
fully aware where that is. But
Must not have had detention that day.
I'm just, I don't know. I'm just going to have to guess.
Okay.
Because I had it down to a couple. But
All right. It'll surprise you. When I saw the question, I thought, that's interesting. All right.
So obviously I didn't get it right. If you looked at my paper and said, it'll surprise you.
Well, maybe you are right.
Can I change my my answer then?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm sorry. We don't have enough time.
Oh, Ronnie.
Number 1, in potpourri today, Rhode Island, the smallest state area-wise in the country. This state is the smallest west of the Mississippi River. You said?
I said Nebraska.
Hawaii.
Oh, sure.
Sure, yeah.
Never even thought of that.
I know,
really didn't.
Neither
I was
did
thinking
I.
of the contiguous
Yes, yeah,
states.
but that was not a part of the question.
that was not a
would
part
have
of the-
been- Yep. So anyway.
Yeah.
But Nebraska is west of the Mississippi River, so be proud.
I got that right, yeah.
Trigger was Roy Rogers' famous horse. You know, every day you bid us happy trails.
Oh, yes.
When we think of Roy Rogers. What was Gene Autry's famous horse?
Champion.
Yes, very good.
I knew that before the multiple guess.
Awesome.
Actually.
Well, I should have given you more credit. Number 3, how many horns does an African black rhino have?
3.
2.
2.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Some
Ronnie.
rhinos have 1, some rhinos have 2. The black African has 2.
2.
2 horns.
Oh, boy. Well, 2 wrong, Ronnie.
Sorry. The first president of the United States who was born west of the Mississippi River.
Harry S. Truman.
No, Herbert Hoover.
Really?
That close. Yep, missed it by 1.
That would have not been my choice.
The 31st president, Hoover, was born in West Branch, Iowa.
Okay.
Yep, so Herbert Hoover. And then Harry Truman followed closely in his tracks.
Missouri, right? I think.
So now we go to number 5. You're out there in that field. Father says you have an acre of corn left to pick with
Right.
your new idea, 1 row. How many square feet of corn do you have to pick?
43,000.
Correct.
Yes.
That's right. 43,560 square feet in an acre.
Boy.
That's awesome. Boy, it's a lot of ground to cover for a man with a 1-row picker whose mind is elsewhere.
And the snowstorm's coming on.
And the snowstorm's coming on.
Darn it, the chain came off the sprocket, and Dad said just leave it for the hogs. So we just opened the gate and let the hogs in. We were done.
The Empire State Building. How tall, how many fill knees standing one on top of the other would it take to equal the height of the Empire State Building, including the antenna on top?
316.
No, 253.
253.
Yeah, you're taller than you thought.
Huh. Well, I was kind of slouching, I think. Yeah, because you get all those fill knees on
Oh, yeah,
top.
the
of
bottom guy, he'd
the
really,
weight.
he'd need a chiropractor visit.
Boy,
I
oh,
think.
boy.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Ronnie.
Yeah, 253 fill knees.
Yeah.
And you'd be right there.
Boy, that's... who'd get a word in edgewise, though? I don't know.
You got a point. This country is considered the birthplace of golf.
Scotland.
You're a genius.
Thank you. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but
You clubbed one. That's good. Yeah. You're right on
better than my
par.
golf game.
And number 8, all spiders have 8 legs, but not the same number of eyes. The greatest number of eyes on a spider would be
6.
12.
12, really?
12. Can you imagine
Double.
taking a family of spiders to the optometrist?
Boy, oh boy.
Be like taking centipedes to the shoe store.
It would. Oh, boy.
Man, that'd be eyes in the back of your head.
Yes, it
wouldn't
would.
Yeah.
Well, it's not going on the fridge.
Well.
And
You
had I-
like this concept of potpourri,
I do.
or should I leave it behind?
Actually, it is,
A little bit of
it
everything.
made me think a little bit. I probably should have gotten the state question right. You know, if I
but you
if I
don't
thought
think-
outside the box.
You
a
don't.
little
Yeah, you got to think outside the box.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have. I would have done worse than you.
And then the presidential one, I just never thought about.
Took us a
Coolidge.
long time to get to, Hoover.
Or Hoover, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking Iowa, but I was thinking, he could have been on one side of the Mississippi River or the other, right?
Well, I'm not sure.
I don't know how that
So
works.
I was still thinking about which one was it that you had.
James Monroe
James Monroe
was the 5th president of the United States,
that you had to write about because you made fun of his portrait.
famous for the Monroe Doctrine.
Yes. I was careful not to ask a question on that because,
No.
man, you might have called me into case. I might have had something wrong with
Sure.
the question and being
Sure.
a presidential expert on James Monroe.
Well, that 1963 World Book must have lied then, if it didn't confer with what I remember.
What did you do? Copy it verbatim?
Well, you couldn't fact check as well back then,
That's true.
unless you had the 63 World Book, and then you probably could. But, oh well. Have a good one, Ronnie. You bet.